What is good, Neo family? It's your boy Rey-Jay back with another video, and in this video, we're going to be talking about the one and only Neo stock and what I think is going to play out for the future of this company. I'm also going to talk about the overall stock market as a whole and the latest pieces of news that just came out that are definitely going to affect it. I'm also going to talk about the latest pieces of news and updates for Neo and what's on earth Neo put on their Twitter page that makes me super excited for Neo Day and the future of this company. Now, before I do say anything about Neo, before I talk about their Twitter page or their stock price, I do have to mention some very important things. First off, I'm not a financial, legal, or taxation expert, so I take this as financial, legal, or taxation advice. Everything in this video is solely for entertainment purposes only. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this, and not only benefits me, but benefits the entire Neo community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below and in the description. If you do sign up for Moomoo, you're not only going to qualify for an iPhone 13 Pro giveaway, meaning you may win an iPhone 13 Pro, but you're also going to get up to 5 free stocks, each worth up to $3,500. So with that out of the way, guys, let's get on with the video. So check this out right over here. We can see Neo's share price is very interesting, guys. We started off at $29.41 a share, down right here. Then we ran all the way up to $31.64, up almost 7%. Then we dropped down to $30.07 a share, once again in the red. So even though we did have a bit of a red day today, guys, I'm still very bullish and excited because yesterday we were back in the 20s. We ran up to about 31 starting off, then we dropped to about 30. So we are a little bit up compared to where we were for most of yesterday, but at the same time, guys, we are still in the red. Even though this is playing out, we are testing the level of support at around the 29. But I want to talk about today and what was going on with the Fed and why on earth Neo is moving with the overall stock market. So even though we are down 2.39%, look at the S&P 500 down 0.88% as well. The overall market took a very big red day. If you look at Tesla, guys, we had a very similar move to that of Neo. The Tesla stock ran all the way up to about 1,000, then it dropped as well. So the entire market had a very similar trend. And I want to talk about what on earth is going on. So right now, there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt about what on earth is going on. The Fed announced that they're going to be doubling the taper rate, and they're eyeing in for 3 interest rate hikes in 2022, and also another 3 for 2023. Even though it doesn't say that, Jerome Powell talked about that. And why are they speeding up the taper, guys? And this is something very important that we have to talk about. So we do know that there were some crazy things going on after the whole pandemic situation took over, and that led the Fed to make some very different moves. They began to buy bonds at very staggering rates. You guys can see right here, it states that the central bank officials have been purchasing $120 billion in treasury bonds and mortgage-backed securities throughout most of the pandemic in order to keep credit cheap and stabilize the financial markets. However, guys, they announced their plans to scale back the program by $15 billion a month, which is why they're tapering. So they're basically tapering because they don't want to purchase them as fast, which could be a pretty good move for the overall stock market. However, with inflation rising, and this is something that Jerome Powell talked about, inflation is not necessarily as transitory as he had anticipating, making him more hawkish. So Jerome Powell is basically stating that inflation is not just going to end in 2021, it's going to continue on to 2022, which is why it's one of the main reasons as to why they're raising interest rates the way they are. We're going to see 3 main hikes in 2022 and another 3 hikes in 2023, leading to all this fear, uncertainty, and doubt right now, guys. So check this out right here. So basically, there's an article that came out that says why the Fed may have to kill the stock market's rally to squash inflation. And this is why the market reacted the way it did. Look at the fear and greed index, guys. We went from we kind of went up from extremely fearful all the way up to more on the greedy side. Then we dropped back down to fearful after these pieces of news are coming out. So what I did tell you guys yesterday is we should have had a pretty good run. The market did have a pretty good run starting off today. As you guys can see, the S&P kind of dropped. It ran all the way up, and then we had another reversal, which was not anticipated. So I told you guys that Neo should have a good run today. If you look at the 1-day chart, we ran all the way up to 31. Once again, up almost 7%, but then all of a sudden we dropped all the way down to the 30, which put us a little bit in the red. So let's look at this from a different perspective. If we look at the Bollinger Bands, we did touch the upper band, showing we did have a significant move to the upside. However, I was wrong about it being in the green today. It did end up closing in the red, and this is because of all the external things that are affecting it. So you have to remember, guys, this is something very important for all the Neo investors. This is not Neo's fault. They did not cause this to happen. They did not do anything to cause the red that's happening for the overall market. They're, in terms of fundamentals, they're crushing it. They have very good fundamentals. Now, even though we did see high volatility, we did touch the lower band, and we did close kind of down the way we were like yesterday. in my opinion, the company still has very strong fundamentals, so do not let that scare you. Now, the stock price is not a reflection of that, and the same thing's happening to other companies like Tesla as well. So if we look at these latest updates that just came out and these indicators, we're seeing some very, very similar patterns. We are trading at the lower end of these exponential moving averages. Right now, the RSI is kind of stabilizing at 45.55. The MACD is showing some sideways action as well, and everything is indicating that we could be a little bit sideways. Now, the problem I see, guys, and this is how I want to explain this to you guys. Neo would have exploded for Neo Day based off its fundamentals, but the overall market is just affecting it like crazy. I told you guys we have very strong support at around the $29 range, but I'm not 100% sure if we're going to basically hold that because of how crazy this market is. The $29 to $30 range is what we're holding out at, and we never dipped below 29.75 quite recently when we did drop the way we did. So what I'm trying to say is the market could be green or it could be red. It's really dependent on what's going on. But I definitely want to let you guys know that the indicators are showing that we could see a little bit more red, like I told you guys earlier. So we are kind of stabilizing. We may have very strong support at 29, but I'm not necessarily sure if that's going to hold on now because of what just happened quite recently, because of all the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I'm not sure we're definitely done with the downward trend just yet. So we could drop a little bit more and test the 29, maybe go as low as 28, and that could play out. Leading up to Neo Day, though, I do think we should have a reversal, and if Neo has some big piece of news, we could have a pretty good run up to the mid 30s, guys. Even maybe even as high as 40. It's possible. I'm going to remain optimistic, but at the end of the day, guys, remember Neo is not just a short-term play. We're also in this for the long term. Do not forget about the long term. So let's just talk about what on earth is going on with Neo. So right now, a lot of people are kind of scared about Chinese regulations and what's going on with Evergrande. And right now, that's not affecting the overall market as a lot of people think it is. But at the end of the day, the Evergrande situation definitely will. So I want you guys to be well prepared for that, as there could be a housing crash in China. And it's very similar to what happened to the US. It could lead to a bit of a drop in the market. Now, is it going to be extremely serious and as serious as 2008? I don't necessarily think so, but I just want everyone to be prepared for that. Now, they are talking about other big things going on, such as the fact that Neo Day could jolt Neo stock to life while threatening Tesla's Model 3 in China. Now, what do I think of that? I definitely think that Tesla's Model 3 is a beautiful, beautiful car. It has insane potential. And at the same time, I'm very bullish for Tesla. I love Tesla, but I also love Neo, guys. I need to put it out that they're both great companies, and competition is something both of them like. So the new ET5 may be coming out. We do expect something like that to be coming out, but we do know that there's going to be more updates for the ET7 electric sedan, showing more and more bullish candidates, more and more catalyst out there. I mean, and that to me, guys, we should see some very big moves, guys. They're expected to see over 65,000 deliveries for that year versus the 60,000 for the ET7. Once again, a very good sign for NIO as they are improving their fundamentals. We're seeing new cars, and they're looking very, very good right now, in my opinion. Now, when it comes to NIO Day 2022, we do expect some very big things to come out on December 18th. And once again, NIO Day has been moved to December 18th. They're basically talking about the fact that we're going to see many new EVs coming out. There may be a ET7, an ET5, I mean, a new lower priced ET7 model, some very, very cool things. They also talked about European expansion, some Norway rumors, and the fact that they have some big performances coming out as well. So there's some very, very awesome things coming. So what does that mean for NIO? Well, check this out right here. Alan Walker, the legendary Alan Walker, is definitely going to be there, guys. It states right here, Alan Walker put this on his Twitter, and NIO retweeted this. He said, "Hello world. I am glad to be collaborating with Neo Global to give you a very special viral performance coming to you on Neo Day, December 18th. Join us to hear my exclusive Neo track, Hello World. See you there." Once again, a very, very good piece of news, guys. Alan Walker is very, very popular. He makes some fantastic music, and he's going to have a performance. So that could be very huge for Neo as well. We could see some very big announcements, and they're definitely going to get a lot of exposure because of that. So what do I think is going to happen to Neo for the future, guys? Like I told you, we could see a little bit of a drop. That could happen maybe tomorrow if the market causes Neo to drop. I was optimistic thinking we'd have a very big run up, but then leading up to Neo Day and after Neo Day, if Neo has those big announcements, right after Neo Day, we could have a very big run up to the mid to high 30s, if not the 40. It's possible if investors are very excited and aggressive, and there could be a lot of excitement that's going to cause Neo to explode. That's what I think may end up playing out. However, guys, it is dependent on the market, and the market is not necessarily in the best of states right now. So I don't really care about the short term, is what I'm trying to say, because in the long term, I'm still very bullish, and I do think Neo is going to explode very, very, very soon. It's not going to take a couple of days. It may take a few weeks. It may take a month or so. But at the end of the day, this thing has the potential. So with that said and done, guys, the fundamentals are there. This company is going to kill it. And I am very bullish for what's going to happen after Neo Day. I'm excited for the news, and I'm still very excited. So thank you for listening. Never give up on your dreams. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and peace out.